That's the wrong person.
I'm sorry.
I told you you could play on Animal Crossing on my profile.
I know, but I forgot.
Welcome back to Side by Side Plays. I'm Shikuquaza. And we're back with more Ace Attorney adventures.
And you
Great.
finally got your fish and chips.
I got my fish and chips. Back to my testimony. A mere communications officer couldn't possibly steal confidential government information. Besides, the sounds produced by that music box aren't even Morse code. It was some low-class brickmaker negotiating with Big Gould anyway, was it not? I've no relation to the man. Look, all we done is break into the golf the other night like what he told us to do. If we known there was dodgy government secrets involved, we wouldn't have touched it. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. One Mr.'ll do, Governor. What's up? Do I take it that you now admit to the crime? Or that on the night in question you did indeed gain interest to this premises illegally? And moreover, you did so as a party of three in collaboration with Mr. Graydon there. We did, Gov, we did. Quieten down, please. What say you to that, Mr. Graydon? I have no idea what these two ruffians are referring to. You little rotter, getting us all mixed up with all this monkey business. You never said nothing about no government secrets. It was supposed to be a straight-up job. And what about the geezer whose shop it was, eh? Poor bloke didn't have to die, did he? Ugh. Nice to know who your friends are. Whatever these men say, I deny the accusations. Indeed. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this little music box to become so significant in the proceedings. However, as it has, I will admit it into court record as evidence. Cool. So now we can look at it. I didn't realize the music disc was that small. I thought it was like the size of a plate. See how for McGilded's discs it's in the music box the band deposited at Windybanks. It couldn't be a more perfect fit. So there's no question then, the disc was designed to be played in this music box. Yet despite that, the sounds it produces are neither musical nor they appear to have any meaning. Were we supposed to get the music box before this? Because, like, we've already figured it out. No, I mean, like, listen to the words that they're saying. They're like, I wonder if there's more to the music box than meets the eye. We've already got it. We couldn't have gotten to this point to examine this music box unless we'd already figured it out.
I think they're trying to say that there's more to this Morse code.
Nope, they are not. They're talking about how the music sounds not like music. Which doesn't make sense, again, because we would have... Yeah, we would have already had to gone through that conversation. Oh. Well, is it Reno? I've just noticed something about this music box. It looks like the bottom of it opens up as well. Ah, you're right. Well, come on then. What are you waiting for? Let's open it. Alright then. Here goes. It's a second music box.
Supposed to play them side by side. There's a second disc!
So does that mean... you can set another disc to play back on this side?
Holmes's disc.
Holmes doesn't have a disc.
He made a copy of that one.
What? That's stupid, though.
I don't know. But that's the only, like, second disc. I kind of wondered why it was so important.
It wasn't. It was just so we could get an idea of what was on the disc before it even came up. Oh, the tone will be different. Well, I don't really think that changes anything, unfortunately.
Go back to the new side.
Yeah. Unless we find a disc that has it. Like, did the... well, let's...
It'll probably come up.
Hold it!
They're not? To anyone with a brain, that would be blatantly apparent when listening to that music box for even a few seconds. Of course, of course. Surely it can't be that my learned friend is unfamiliar with Morse code. Ouch, he looks genuinely shocked at my ignorance. I would be more than happy to demonstrate the basics for you, sir. A lesson here in court? Morse code is a continuous series of 2 distinct tones. Tones, you say? Yes, a short dot and a long dash. By combining those in different ways, you construct letters. I see. For example, this is A. This is B. But when you listen to the sound produced by this music box, you only hear one tone, don't you? But it sounds so similar. The rhythm of it is the same in everything. But there's no discernible meaning to this apparently random sequence of sounds. So your assertion is fundamentally flawed, and it is not Morse code. No! Really, you shouldn't be so surprised. What did I tell you? That music box is nothing but a worthless piece of scrap. Perhaps you might consider studying your subject matter before casting aspersions in the future. Stop. Nothing to say, but stop. Oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it? It's so frustrating, isn't it? You grumbled at it.
I'm sorry, I had something stuck in my throat.
Why are you eating? I mean, if the government secrets were somehow being leaked using the music box, so many other things would slot into place so nicely. Could there be something I still haven't considered? Would it really be impossible to use this music box? There's still every possibility that this music box was instrumental in the leaking of government secrets. That's the belief of the defense, at least.
Objection!
Does it please you in some way, my Nipponese friend, to repeat the same line of argument ad infinitum? It's already been established that to be Morse code, 2 tones are needed. Dots and dashes. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Then what? Well, it would appear that my defense has a hypothesis to put forward. You had better present your idea at once, counsel. How do you propose that this music box, which appears to produce only a single tone, could have been used to cipher secret messages into Morse code? The bottom. The naughty bottom. Dude. Dude.
Got it!
Good gracious, what am I looking at here? Another movement on the other side of the music box. What? It appears, my lord, that the 2 movements are linked together. In other words, you can put 2 discs in this music box, and the sounds of both will play back at the same time. Good heavens. As the court has heard, Morse code comprises of 2 tones, a short dot and a long dash. With a second disc in place, this music box could be used to generate Morse code and convey a message. Alright, then, where's the other disc, then, Buff, you silly lawyer? This is beyond a joke. I'm sorry? This poor excuse for a lawyer has absolutely no evidence to support his claims.
I just opened up the goddamn box in front of everyone.
We need the disc. Though, of course, if my learned friend was able to present the course with this second disc, that would be another matter. Well, I can't at the moment. May I remind the court that, as the witnesses pointed out, he was not the one in the omnibus with me gilded 2 months ago striking a deal over the disc or disc. Indeed, that was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker. Exactly. I had nothing whatsoever to do with it. Though it has holes, I must admit the argument presented by the defense has much promise. I believe the cross-examination should continue. The link between Graydon and the victim of the omnibus case must be there somewhere, but I haven't found it yet. Oh dear, looks like you need to give your arguments more strength, Bruno. You will reiterate your testimony, if you please, Mr. Graydon. I must, though I maintain exactly what I did at the start of this pointless cross-examination. Did I already do the first one? Did I do that one? Did I press on that one?
No, I don't think so.
Hold it!
Well, this seems like our connection. This our way in. So 2 months ago in that omnibus, McGilded killed the brickmaker and stole the disc. Mr. Mason was a single man with almost nothing to his name. It seems he lived in an artisan quarter some years ago, but people there remember little about him. That doesn't make much sense, though, does it? How would a humble brickmaker come to acquire secret government information? Oh, indeed. There must have been somebody else involved behind the scenes in all of this. Somebody who acquired the disc and gave it to Mr. Mason, in order to take it to the meeting with McGilded and negotiate a deal. Dear me. Dance, strike the pose. You may have it in for me, sir, but I assure you, I have far more class than that. Old brickmaker from an artisan quarter and this well-to-do communications officer. If only I could find some evidence to link the two of them together. You can't.
Hold it!
Like Mr. Graydon told you to do, you mean?
That's it, yeah. Who else, eh? Silly me thought he was just popping over for a nap after all them years, but the rotter had a dodgy job for us. Hey, Ash?
Ash, Nash, and...
Bash.
No, that's not his name. What was the other guy's name? Alright. Back. Ash, Nash, and Skulka, and Ringo. I thought there was
No,
some...
Ash, Ringo, Skull. Ash, Ringo, Bash. Is Ringo older?
I don't know. They're not brothers. I just the correlation there was interesting. Can you stop leaning on my chair? You're making my neck lean forward. You can lean on that chair if you want, or you can come sit down. Let me stop you there, Mr. Skulkin. After all them years, you say? Do you mean to tell me that Mr. Graydon is an acquaintance of yours?
Well, the sociable kind of baddies, you know. Sure, let's say Graydon's in old China.
This might be a trick. I'm not sure if I want to go down this route because I want to listen to what he has to say first. Enough. Why don't you baddies just assist with the fiction? Obviously, I don't know these men from Adam. Now, for the last time, stop trying to implicate me in your sordid thievery.
Well, that's blooming nice, isn't it? You little turncoat. Top fine if that's how you want it. You can play that game. We ain't never heard of this geezer before either. Don't know him from Adam. Never spoken to him before in my life. Never seen him.
Never, Nash, never.
Good grief, such a blatant lie will not stand in my courtroom.
Well, well, all I'll say is this.
Alright, well.
Hold it! Excuse me.
What you got for me? Is something wrong, Mr. Skulkin? No, the other Mr. Skulkin. Not you either, Tobias Gregson.
What, me?
When your brother was testifying just now, he said something that seemed to cause you to react.
Oh, I was just remembering the old days, that's all. We used to have a wry old laugh together way back when.
Together with Mr. Graydon, you mean?
Well, with Ash, I mean, you look at him now on his fancy whistle and flute, you wouldn't Adam believe it. But when we was younger, he was from a poor part of town just like us.
So the apple, the pear, that's apple and the... I don't know. Is that so?
But he was always a leery one. He had the brains, he had the savvy. Always come up with smart ideas like what would never have gone through our heads.
God blimey, ain't that the truth? Remember Milverton and Skulkin's Milk Run? That was a corker, eh?
Leave it until after the trial. Your reminiscing has no place in this courtroom. And neither does your fruit.
Or the geezer asked a question, didn't he? And we was answering.
And you've been drinking wine the whole time. That's basically a fruit smoothie. We ain't done nothing wrong.
Also, by this time, wouldn't he be drunk?
Well, it's 13 glasses over the course of 3 trials.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't think he would be drunk. Counsel, can we turn our attention back to the testimony, please? Oh no. Could that sentimental story be relevant somehow? Let's do it. My lord. Yes, counsel? The brother's last sentimental statement could hold vital information relating to this case. I mean, I guess, if you think so. I'll permit the burgers. I'm hungry. I missed my lunch for this. I will permit the brothers to supplement their testimony without detail. Briefly, I hasten to add.
I had to go on the swing set first.
Say no more, Skulkin's never skulking.
Hold it!
I'm sure I'm going to regret asking, but what exactly was that? Some kind of business?
Just a little scheme where I going back when we was youngsters. A bit of fun, really.
Delivering fresh milk to the locals, that's what it was. That's what it was all about.
I'm curious now. So, you're 27. You're 26 and you're also 27. Okay, so they're all about the same age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just wanted to double check that. That sounds alarmingly legitimate. There must be a catch. I suppose since we're here, I should ask them to elaborate, but on what?
The business name.
That's what stands out the most to me. So this business was a bit of fun, you say? And it was just yourselves and Mr. Graydon involved?
That's it.
Milverton and Skulkin's Milk Run, was it?
Yeah, that's it.
And where did the Milverton part come from?
Alright, I thought clever clogs like you'd have worked that one out, as...
Enough of this. How much longer are we expected to listen to this drivel? I don't... No, shut the fuck up, please. You don't accept anything these two witnesses are saying? Tell me, why is that was only at the mention of the name Milverton that you decided to interject? Because well...
Well, it weren't the happiest of homes that one came from.
Yeah, his old man was struggling for money so much his wife walked out on him.
She took the name Graydon then, see?
But Ash will always be Milverton to us.
Milverton. So that used to be your surname, did it?
Of course not. This is all bumpkin. I've been a Graydon since I was born. Do you really think you can rely on the testimony of these two thieves,
You're a communications officer attached to the civil service. As such, your personal details will have been thoroughly checked at the time of your appointment. It will be a very simple matter indeed to subpoena those records, Mr. Graydon.
Well, it would appear that Mr. and Mr. Skulkin's testimony has been reliable for once. You're born Ashley Milverton, then. Is that correct?
Very well, yes. So Ashley Graydon was once Ashley Milverton. That information could change things, and could turn out to be extremely important, somehow. All of a sudden, we seem to be up to our necks in a serious matter.
Oh, shit.
His last name! It was never mentioned in the trial, but we got it on this in the note.
Milverton.
His father is Milverton Mason!
He had his dad killed!